pick up a possession for Clemson. And Jordy, that's something that this Clemson team has done really well to start the year. They value their possessions, and it's big because of how well they do in that center circle.
Yeah, Bayless has been really impressive. Only a freshman coming out and dominating on the draw control. She can give it to herself, flick it to her teammates. She is dominating.
And now we get to see the Clemson offense work, one of the most high-powered offense this season, and already the Tigers on the board. Natalie Shurtleff, the sophomore, makes it a quick 1-0 lead for the Tigers.
We'll get another look here at Natalie Shurtleff's impressive goal. She takes it herself, unassisted. Face dodge and a beautiful finish to the corners, a hard bounce shot.
Sister Blair also on the team wearing number 9. Shurtleff, the first goal scorer, swings it around, gets a touch for Lindsay Marshall. It's now McLeod, Georgia native. Shurtleff again, down low, around goal line extended, moving. Summer Augustino down there on goal line extended right now. Good defense from the Royals.
The Tigers using their time, really being patient on attack.
Shurtleff, 5-hole, she scores. Another one. Clemson, a blistering start to the game. Queens trailing by 2.
Let's take a look at Natalie Shurtleff's second goal of the game. Again, unassisted, a nice hard down the alley dodge, righty hard bounce shot, finding the back of the net for the Tigers, 2-0.
It's Melina Springer going against Bayless, who wins yet another draw control, but thrown away, so Clemson gifted a possession. So even when you have Kira Bayless, who's one of the best draw control specialists in the game, and Queens answers back quick. Lily Greenwell, Maryland native, makes it 2-1, and the Royals are right back in it.
Beautiful recognition by the Queens offense. We'll take another look here from the turnover. Finding the open girl down by the net, right hand up. Beautiful finish, top cheddar, and the Queens are on the map.
Lily Greenwell gets her 8th goal of the season. She's scored in every single game for the Royals, and this being by far the toughest test for the Queens Royals so far. They did play Virginia Tech earlier on in the year, so this is not their first ACC foe that they faced. They lost that one 21-10, and now in enemy territory. They did that back in Charlotte.
Credit to Queens. They look confident coming out off a big win against Stonehill. They're ready to compete with the Tigers.
And here they are, they're going quick, not waiting for Clemson to get set up. Back door, and Queens has tied this game up 2-2. And who else? Kayleen Favreau on the board for the Royals.
Beautiful ball movement by the Queens attack in transition, taking advantage of that fast break. Here's another look of that beautiful goal to tie up the game. Finding her teammate down low, lefty on the crease, beautiful finish.
Had the one woman clear a moment ago, this time well defended on the ride. Has to turn, Maya Elwood stopped her in her tracks. But no big deal, a quick clear from Bridget Babcock, and they'll get to work. One of those transfers. She pushes inside, now up top. Low 5-hole once again. And a big goal for Clemson to get back up. Lindsay Marshall, the Towson transfer, puts the Tigers back up top.
Great job by Lindsay Marshall taking her time on that shot.
7:10 left to go in the first. Clemson close, getting up 3-2. We'll step aside. Was a call, so let's get another look at it. There's a free position coming.
McLeod taking it strong, righty dodge up. Goggles fly off. She'll have an opportunity to grip and rip. We'll see if she can do it.
McLeod, great at the free position opportunities, capitalizes.
And she does. That's Kayla McLeod.
A 2-goal lead now for the Tigers.
First one of the day for Kayla McLeod, but only 2 goals away from 50.
She's had a fantastic career here early on. She's just a sophomore. And that's one of the main things you talk about with this team. So we'll look here at the penalty. That's where the goggles fly off, and then get a look at this free position again.
There has been
hands it off for Shirtlift, bound X as Jasmine Stanton, the sophomore from Woodbine, Maryland, pulls it out. Now back to McLeod. Excuse me, Byrne goes low, gets brought down, and it's an offensive foul.
That's the right call. That she definitely dropped her leading shoulder. Offensive charge.
Let's see, can Queens successfully clear on the fast break? Down low, Kayleen Favreau snipes the corner. Just like that, the Royals back within 1.
You see the Royals really being able to attack out of that fast break, causing the Tigers to be on their heels. We'll take another look at the charge call. As you can see, she drops her top shoulder into her defender. That's the right call. Take another look at the foul. Lily Greenwell putting a lot of body contact on the ride. Not a bad foul. Not a bad foul at all. You're not really giving up a whole lot, but we'll say those do add up. So she does need to be careful of how many yellows she's accumulating.
Good ball movement right in the middle, in close quarters. Clemson adds on another. Lexi Edmonds makes it a 5-3 game.
We'll take another look at Edmonds' goal. Little give and go from Goldstein. Handles 2, finds the back of the net. Beautifully placed shot. Opposite corner, not much freshman goalie can do on that one.
Through Goldstein and all around. Shirtlift, goal line extended. Back for McLeod. Now Marshall. Castillo. Pass in front, looking for the same one, getting free, and finding the back of the net. That's Reagan Byrne. 6-3, Clemson extends it with 28.1 left to go in the first.
Replay of the beautiful feed here, coming from low, inside, finding Reagan Byrne, who handles it with 3 under traffic. Gets her head around, finding that opposite hip. Beautifully executed. Those inside catches and shots they're tough under a lot of pressure, but she handled that quite well. Something that she has struggled with this season, but handled the bump, the pressure, and got her head around quite well on that. 5th goal of the season, Reagan Byrne.
An outstanding freshman year. She was all ACC, all freshman team. This year hasn't had as much of an impact on the stat sheet, at least. Hasn't had to carry as much of a burden with the dominance of McLeod and Edmonds, and quickly coming the other way. Here come the Tigers. Babcock goes end to end. She scores. 7-3. with 17 seconds left to go. The Tigers don't waste a second.
Let's take another look at Babcock's beautiful self-take. Really just a bull in a china shop here. Just determination of, I'm going to extend this lead before the half, as you can see. Just a lot of hustle, changing hands, finding the back of the net, just pure determination.
Giving her plenty of room to load up the dodge. Goes over the top. A sweep. McLeod step down, fires wide. Backups there for the Tigers. Plenty of time to go on the shot clock. Castiello up top once again. Stanton. Good movement.
Clemson really spreading out their offense, being really patient. We'll say the backside looks a little stagnant. They need to get those Royals moving on the backside.
They love to ISO McLeod, and she snipes the far corner. Kayla McLeod adds on another, her second, makes it an 8-3 game.
It's good to see Kayla McLeod getting her opportunities today, coming off a great game against Syracuse, but seeing a lot of pressure. Kayla gripping and ripping, taking it herself, showing off that powerful outside shot. Accurate.
Way out, being met way outside that 12-meter. Here's behind for Byrne, moves it on. Marshall and Shirtliff with 2 goals. Had the first 2 goals for the Tigers. Playing 3 behind the cage, 4 actually right now. Castiello over top, has plenty of room and puts it home. A 9-3 game as the Tigers continue to roll at home.
Just a strong bull dodger, Katie Costello, the grad transfer from Cornell. Let's take another look at just the power and the determination. Katie Costello, just a strong right-handed, fakes like she's going underneath and rolls over the top, finding that opposite hip, making it a very difficult shot on the doorstep.
Both ends. But a great defender. Face dodge. McLeod draws shooting space in another free position. That goal does not count.
Textbook face dodge by Kayla McLeod. She's really got that down. She'll take center, not center hash, but another good angle. Let's see if she can grip and rip for her hat trick of the day.
Barely doesn't step down, fires off the post and in. Kayla McLeod, the hat trick. 10 now for the Tigers, up 7.
As we said earlier, Kayla McLeod is itching for goals after being defended quite tightly the last couple games against top opponents. We'll take another look at the goal by Kayla McLeod. Just great confidence as she steps up to the center hash.
On the year has 41 saves in total. Queens loses it once again, stripped by the Tigers.
Natalie Shirtliff has just done a tremendous job on the defensive end, timing up the Royals' cradles.
In the middle, connects. Stanton finds Marshall all alone in front.
And a great adjustment by the Tigers, again, on the doorstep, this time taking that extra second to go high to low, making it difficult for the goalie to get a piece of it.
Clemson has been so good in close quarters right now. Up by 8, 6:43 left to go in the second. And they're not just doing it on their own, finding the teammates. Stanton finds Marshall, 11-3, Tigers up. Today for Kira Bayless as the freshman continues to have an outstanding
14 overall for the team. Kira is leading with a lot of self-draws, as you mentioned.
Going around, moves through Byrne. Spin in front, what a finish Clemson adds on another. It's Dima Hall, the senior from Maryland.
I'd love to see another look at that beautiful inside roll spin dodge by Dima Hall. Here we go, another look. Moving the ball around on the left side. Nice inside roll. She pulls it back across her body to go opposite stick side. Just shows incredible patience. It shows her seniority.
Syracuse, both top 15 and 6th ranked Syracuse, so top 10 win there. One of the best resumes you'll see in women's lacrosse right now.
Tigers really showing off their dominance here.
Stanton, nice face dodge, gets hit up high, doesn't matter. Give her an and one. Through the contact, Stanton tacks on another.
Jasmine Stanton, one of the fastest players on this offensive unit. You can see her footwork here, getting the Royals defense on their heels, getting inside, a nice hard bounce shot to the top of the cross.
Now you see Stanton, both of them, great face dodge, and they can get her, beat their first defender and have a chance on goal.
They're really creating that separation, putting the Royals defense on their heels through their fancy footwork, I'd say, that stutter step that Jasmine displayed.
You just saw her speed settling into the offensive end. Has the jets. Here's McLeod. Loves to go downhill. Moves it for Stanton. Tigers working around the horn. Castiello makes it 14-3. Gets her second goal of the game. 3:30 left to go in the second.
We'll take another look as the Tigers work the ball around. Castiello over the top. Just again, another strong bull dodge. Alley dodge for Castiello. Strong.
The ball on this end. Williamson moves it once. Lexi Stevenson gives it back. Stevenson, pass in front, bobbles around, work to the crease, scooped up, and a Queens goal. Isabella Swanson doing the dirty work. Free ball, puts away the rebound. 14-4.
We'll take another look at the broken play, picking up the trash. A goal is a goal, and that's way to stay with it.
That's a
Royals.
clutch ground ball too. Getting that right in the middle.
Absolutely, way to stay with the play on the rebound.
Got two Tigers on ya, and she goes first half goal. Season opening. Pulls it out, and big turn for herself. Here's McLeod again, has a hat trick in the first half. Stanton drops it and pick it back up, has plenty of time. Stanton with a goal and an assist. Here's Hall again, feed, good cut, off ball, Marshall. Fake high, go low. 11 goal lead for the Tigers.
Beautiful recognition by the Tigers. Stanton finding Lindsay Marshall inside. We'll take another look here in a moment, but really great heads-up play by the grad transfer, Lindsay Marshall. Again, we're dodging with our head up. Lindsay Marshall, seeing the ponytail of her defender, indicates that she should probably backdoor. On the doorstep, fakes high shoot.
That out to settle the offense.
You know, it could be a variety of reasons. It could have been the coach saying we need to settle up, take some time, work it around.
They had 70 seconds to work with, so.
Yeah, you know, she just must have not seen her shot.
In front free, it's Byrne. Had plenty of time. One-on-one with Coburn. She finishes 16-4 now for the Tigers. Under 10 minutes left to go in the third.
Let's take another look at this Tigers offensive set. We've got Agostino confidently clearing, finding Reagan Byrne, cutting righty up, again, shifty inside, taking that extra second to find the backside of the net.
With an offensive possession, dropped but picked back up by Lexi Stevenson. She loses it. Stanton gets it for the Tigers. Numbers 3-on-2 here for Clemson. Stanton moves it once. Byrne goes high. And just like that, she's got a hat trick. Reagan Byrne back on the board.
Perfectly executed man-up situation for the Tigers. We'll take another look at, again, Tigers picking the ball up off the turf. Jasmine Stanton, look at that speed, creating a man-up situation. Beautiful shape by the Tigers, getting in that triangle too low and the point coming down. Reagan Byrne finish. Looking at maybe the future, the succession plan here. We'll look at that save one more time, stepping to the ball, getting hands out. Beautiful, beautiful execution by the freshman goalie for the Tigers.
She has now tied her career high in saves with 1. Had that one against Stetson too. In front, and it's Byrne again. She's been eating on the crease for the Tigers. She's got 4 today.
Passing the stick check again, that's Reagan Byrne. And it all started with freshman goalie making this successful clear. Demma Hall carrying with confidence, finding teammate Reagan Byrne in the transition, finishing with confidence, with poise, top cheddar, and that's 4 on the day for sophomore Reagan.
Break that, still pushing the pace, but also getting some other players in on the offensive end. You see Stanton still there, nearly picked off. Big turn. Lofter goes low, in front, back, behind the back, goes wide.
That was the right utilization of that BTB there.
Wasn't forcing it.
Low angle, increased her angle by putting it behind.
It's exactly when you want to use it. Lother, down low, Hall gets number 2. Demma Hall. The lead just keeps getting bigger for the Tigers, now 19 with a minute left to go in the third.
We'll take another look at Demma Hall attacking from that elbow, making it very difficult for the defense to slide cross crease. Beautiful finish by Demma Hall, her second.
Now she's got 3, over doubled it. Just 1 game. And now McLeod and Marshall, 2 hat tricks for the Tigers, and then Shirtliff, Byrne, Hall, Castiello, all have 2 or more goals. Byrne with 4 leading the way. Fast break, Queens, they score. The Royals has had all the success on that fast break. They make it 19-5, and that's gonna bring us in to the end of the third quarter. Royals with the morale boost, and we'll see that one again from the beginning. Getting it off the draw control. Sometimes you gotta do it another way. Strip goes down, fast break, finish. Royals get on the board.
Built chemistry, team chemistry, year to year, with so much turnover on their roster as well.
Weiss, the freshman, Looking for the dodge. There's the feed in front. Goes back behind. It's Reagan Byrne. Goldstein pushes it back up top. Susan Lothar, another freshman. A lot of Florida products. Goes hip side. Tucks it inside at the post. And the freshman finds the back of the net. 20-5 now for the Tigers.
Let's take another look at Susan Lothar's first goal of the game. Just confidence there, going down the right alley. Little face dodge, getting her hands back to get that outside rip. Beautiful.
In front, shot goes wide, but there's a foul going against Queens. It's Brooke Goldstein takes the brunt of it, and she's got a free position. Here's a look.
Goldstein coming around on the crease, gets knocked off balance. She'll have an opportunity here on the hash mark to earn her first goal of the game. Dishes
Passes
it off.
Instead, and feeds in front. It's the Reagan Byrne show.
Have a day, Reagan Byrne.
She's got 5. Explodes after a 2-goal game against Notre Dame. Held against Syracuse, and now a 21-5 lead.
Great heads-up play by Goldstein. The assist to Reagan Byrne on the crease. Very selfless play, and Reagan doing that assist justice by burying it.
Clemson, they'll settle things down with 80 seconds left on the shot clock. Under 9 minutes to play here. Clemson Lacrosse facility. Weiss over top, face dodge, and another. 22 goals scored for the Tigers. And another added by Susan Lothar.
Susan Lothar, that just was that is playing well beyond the freshman caliber right there. I mean, what a heads up, recognizing that she's got someone coming on her right-hand side, uses her shoulders to protect her stick, and fires it offside. Incredible play by the freshman.
Freshman looking over the options, pulls it away. She's got 3 assists in this game. 14 now on the season, leading all freshmen in the country. Lothar to the right hands, now through Hall. Goldstein and Weiss. Weiss loads up on the dodge. Tiptoe and goal line extended. In front of the crease, she scores. The freshman, Carly Weiss, makes it 23-5.
Wow, what a showing from Carly Wise, the freshman, 5'11" tacker from Saratoga Springs, Florida. Let's take another look at this beautiful, beautiful dodge. Again, she sets herself up, creates space, stutter steps, pulls to beat 2, and finishes strong. It's nice to see so many new looks for the Tigers offense. Carly Wise, feed by Goldstein.
Portalesi makes her first save. Clemson works it around.
Plenty of time on the shot clock, about 45 seconds.
Stanton moves it. Lothar. Shot from outside, what a rip. Susan Lothar. 3rd goal, now a hat trick.
Let's take a look at the 24th goal of the game. Tigers work the ball around to Susan Lothar, who finds herself with plenty of space, gets her hands back, feet set, and uses her strength and that torque as she turns. Clemson starters, their big offensive threats, are resting their legs.
They got a big one coming up on Saturday, 17th. Ranked Duke comes here to the Clemson Lacrosse facility. Beautiful. One of the best places to catch a lacrosse game in the country. You see there, it'll be right here on ACC Network Extra at 12. There's Hall, completes the hat trick. Now the 5th Clemson player with 3 or more goals today.
Let's take a look at Dema Hall. Again, gets it low. Looks as though she's gonna pass. Uses her speed. You know, when the defense plays you that tight behind, it's a bit of a cat and mouse game at that point, in which Dema Hall clearly